What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Big Eye Suchia. And if you're looking in this direction here, you should see a picture of a woman by the name of Gina Carano. And she is a actress who stars on the show The Mandalorian. Now, this woman is one of my favorite female characters right now. I believe her name is Carano in the actual series. And let me start by saying her character was awesome because she was to me the quintessential female character that I grew up watching in like the 90s. You know, a lot of the times you didn't have to wonder if in the 90s if a woman character, a female character was strong and powerful. She just was strong and powerful. Didn't have to say it, didn't have to wonder. She was just powerful. And we all looked at it and go, man, I like her. Xena, warrior princess. That's what she reminds me of. Xena didn't tell you she was strong. She was just strong. She didn't have to say girl power. She was girl power. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew when Xena came on the screen. You know, you heard that. You knew what she was doing. You knew it was coming. You knew what was about to happen. You knew that sickle was going to go flying across the screen. It was big time BA fun, right? So that's what she kind of remind me of. She kind of gave me that Xena feeling, like she was just powerful, and there was no way to say it. And she was BA, and she didn't have to say it. She just was. So not to see Cara Dune on the Mandalorian is going to really suck. But beyond that part of it, I have to talk about the political side because that's just a sign of the times. You know, that's the time we live in today, is that you have to talk about the politics in this world. And beyond just faith, we have to talk about something. And whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, remember, like I told you, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I sit literally in the middle and I just watch how things unfold. And I'm going to tell you something. Be you left or right, you should be concerned by this moment. And I'm going to tell you why. Because free speech is under attack. Now, before we get further into this discussion, please take the time out for me and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and always, always, please do hit that like button if you like what I have to say. Hit the hate button if you hate what I have to say. Okay, but anyway, so while we're talking about Cara Dune, I want you to really think about it like this. You don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat or right leaning or left leaning to talk about this situation. You just have to understand that free speech is under attack. It just is. In this country, America, you don't have to like anything. Okay, you don't have to like anyone. You're allowed to vote for whoever you want. This is the problem that I have with in general right now. There was a time where you did not reveal to everybody what you were doing. When you went behind the curtain to the voting booth, it was your voting decision, and that was that. Now, everybody assumed what you were, you know, if you were more left leaning or if you were more right leaning. And there was a time where it didn't matter whether you were more left leaning or right leaning. You were American, and that was it. You know, but somewhere between, you know, Bush and Obama, it just became this thing of if you hate if you agree with someone's ideas, well, you know, everybody's on the same page. We're good. We love you. You're great. But if you choose to say something that the other side doesn't like, well, now that just separates us. And you say that they are the ones that are hating, and they're terrible people, and they're coons or racist or whatever. You throw out these epithets at everybody. You're throwing these labels on everybody and saying that these people are hateful because of this idea system. And it could be from the left, it can be from the right. It really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if you have this thing where you're saying that anything that might be that might be morally objective is wrong, and you're willing to kill someone's career for it, this is when things are getting too crazy. We're literally getting to a place where people are not allowed to have objective thoughts. I should be able to object to an idea and still be able to keep my future going forward. I should be able to vote for whomever I so choose and keep my opinions going forward. And again, this doesn't matter whether you're left or right. It really, really doesn't. It really comes down to whether or not you're free to make a decision for your life or the lives of others for that matter. I should be able to say, I voted for Donald Trump. Whether I did or not doesn't matter. What I'm saying is I should be able to vote for Donald Trump and not have to be concerned about my future. Look, the man is not even in office. Or, for that matter, I should be able to vote for Bill Clinton again if I so choose to want to vote for Bill Clinton and write his name on there, even though he can never serve another term. But let's be real. If I wanted to vote for Bill Clinton, I should have the right to vote for Bill Clinton if I want to and still keep faith later on. This has nothing to do with whether or not I like him or not, whether I hate him or not. This is about your right and your freedom as an American to make decisions that you so want to do without losing your job or being labeled something that you're not. Now, can we look at somebody's behavior and say that this person is terrible? Absolutely. Can we look at someone's behavior and say this person should not be in the White House? Absolutely. We can even go so far as to say, hey, I don't agree with who Donald Trump is. Let's just say you say that, right? Let's say you say that you love Donald Trump for everything he is. Either way that it goes, we're supposed to be the only country where a person who doesn't believe the exact same way that I believe can sit down at the same table, eat of the same food, have the same picnic, and enjoy each other's company, whether we agree or not. This is the country where I can hate you one minute and love you the next. This is a country where opportunities are supposed to be there. You're supposed to be able to make bad decisions and get up tomorrow and try again. You're supposed to be able to make decisions and change up where you need to change and make good changes where we can. You know, that's the way this country is supposed to be and right now is not. This country is becoming more and more one-sided. And if you don't agree with them, well, they will say what you can and can't do. And if you think on the left, I'm just saying you don't have to be far left. I'm talking like you center mid, you middle left side. You middle lefts, you ones that are just really kind of orthodox. You're just really trying to do what's right for social issues. You want to see just some changes happen. You want to pass some legislation to see, make sure that people get a fair shake, things like that. I'm all for that. But it's another thing when you're saying somebody needs to lose their job because you don't agree with what they have to say. How childish. Are we really that childish? Are we really that scared of diverse opinion that we have to cancel people because they want to believe something that another person doesn't believe? Are we really becoming that small-minded of a people that we and that afraid of people and ideas? Look, somebody does. I believe in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, I believe pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Some people may not want to say that. They don't, and you know what? They're not made to say it. You don't have to say it in order for you to continue to keep your career. You should not have to say under God if you don't feel like saying under God. You shouldn't have to do the pledges of allegiance if you don't want to do the pledge of allegiance. Why? Because this is America, the only place, the only country in the world where you can say your leaders suck and you still have a job in the morning. Okay, just because I may not like my leader doesn't mean I don't love my country. Just because I don't agree with some things doesn't mean I don't love my country. There's, even, Even, lift every voice even allows us to love this country just a little bit. You know, like what was the civil rights movement for if it wasn't fighting for the right to be able to love where you live? Okay, like to be comfortable where you live. Why do I have to go and get into a society where people are so angry with each other that we're literally destroying futures because we don't like what someone has to say? Say, not done, say. Just because I don't agree with this person over here. Now, you can make whatever assumption you want about the White House. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Biden any more than I like Trump. Okay? I could take or leave either one person. I would tell you, I don't look. My mindset is always I haven't seen many racist. I mean, presidents that weren't racist in my history. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I know all the presidents. I don't know who was the most racist and who wasn't, but I can look at back into the history books and I can see that all the presidents before them was probably racist. That's just the history of this country. But am I going to hold every single solitary president to that? No. Joe Biden was a racist in the 80s and the 90s. He was. But he's president. Do we stop the world for that? Or do we look at ourselves and take responsibilities for ourselves where responsibility needs to be laid? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you just the way I tell everybody else. Federal, state, local, individual. Each part is its own branch of government. You are your own branch of government. No one can be the government for your life but you. You govern your life. Your land, your property, your life, your livelihood, all those things are a part of your government. The way that you can infrastructure your home, the structure of your home, how things are moving and looking, you, the individual, have all those things. You have your own personal infrastructure. You have your own personal governing body that you have in your home. The way that you want your home to be done. You don't even have to have the same religion as your neighbor. You don't. You don't have to even look the same as your neighbor. You don't even have to dress like your neighbor. You don't have to have the same food in your refrigerator as your neighbor. There is nothing that says that you and your neighbor have to be two peas in a pie. You don't even have to know your neighbor in America. Why? Because this country is built on a set of rules that I am my own government. I have my own life. I am my own militia. I am my own person. I am my own individual life. I'm an individual, a government unto myself. I don't need a government to tell me what to do within myself. I don't need a government to tell me how to eat, what to sleep, what to put on, how to put it on. I can do that for myself, right? America federally has to go and fight wars that are bigger than me. Have fun. But I have the right to protect my property. I have the right to free speech within my home. I have the right to do and if we continue, and this is the thing, I have all those rights individually, right? And they extend into this home. No one could just walk in and say that they can do it. Can I be overridden by something locally? Sure. If I'm abusing somebody, if I'm hurting somebody, if I'm doing something that might bring pain or something to someone's life, yes, I can definitely mess that up. But honestly, it is still up to me to make decisions for myself, right? I have to want to make that decision. No one can make it for me, right? So if that be the case, that means the country across the street from me or down the street from me, it's their country. They have the right to how they believe and how they feel, and I have the right to not like it. But here's the thing: I shouldn't cancel their life because I don't agree with them. Life is full of things that I don't agree with. If it was my way, everyone would love the Lord, but they don't, and He said that they wouldn't. But that's an adult way of looking at things. That's a logical thing. Everyone is not going to like you. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody is not going to agree with what you believe in. And some people are willing to go to the extent of killing you to make it to go to those things. But those are extremes. 99.999999999% of people don't want to do those things. 99.9999999.1% don't want to even talk to you. Okay? They want to go home. They want you to mind your business, and they want to mind theirs. Here's my thing. If you think Barney and Friends is going to save you, you have a right to it. If you think that Barney and Friends, and when you die, you're going to go to the great dinosaur in the sky, and you're going to meet up with Barney, and Barney and all of his friends are going to sing the peanut butter and jelly song for the rest of your life. I mean, there's philosophy in Barney. Barney got a whole lot of songs. He got hymnals for y'all. He got all of that. You can believe in Barney and Friends, and that is perfectly fine because you're an American. You can believe whatever you want, and it's up to you to choose that. And I don't have to agree with it. But I can still love you. I can still respect you. I can still understand that we don't agree and go on about my business. We don't have to agree on everything because that's life. That's being an adult, people. Let's stop this whole cancel culture. Stop the canceling. Move on with our lives and do things the right way. Because if this is where things are going, you think that it's just hitting celebrities, let me let you know it's not going to stop with celebrities. It's coming to you next. It's going to start hitting the local man. And what are you going to do when you can't feed your kids? Because remember, they make millions. They may be able to hold on to some things and live their life a little bit differently. But man, the day when it start hitting local folk on you and me level, let's see if you're so gung-ho about this cancel culture. Because you might find yourself canceled yourself, and you don't have to be right to make that happen. I'm your boy, the Big Asuchia. If you like this video, if you like what you heard, please hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button, and let me know what you think. How do you feel about this situation? Tell me whether or not this is something that is contrived. If you think I'm an idiot, hit the down button and let me know that I'm an idiot, and I'll be very glad to see that too. I'm your boy, the Big Asuchia, and I am out of here.